and comes across the water and comes to this country. But all native people throughout this country have their origin stories, creation stories, and if you really listen to and get to know some of those native people, their stories are very, very, very similar to one another when it comes to creation and their origin stories and things like this. But the Black Hills are very important to our people, like I said. Our people are called the Lakota, Nakota, Dakota. Some people still call us the Sioux. That word there is not part of our language. It comes from another tribe, the Ojibwe people. That's part of their language. At one time, our people traded with the Ojibwe on the Missouri River and in the Great Lakes region and so forth. At times, we had a little confrontation with them, so they gave us the name Sioux, which in their language, it translates to be enemy. We're their enemy. So when you come to this country, this part of the country, and you see our people and you say, "Are you Sioux?" You're asking us if we're your enemy. And I don't want to be your enemy. You know, I don't even know you guys, you know. But our people, we call ourselves Lakota, Nakota, Dakota, are the people of the sacred 7 council fires. That's what we call ourselves. The word Lakota it means the friendly people, the ones that live together. The friendly people is what we call ourselves, how we address ourselves. So when you come and you say those types of things, like honor us in a good way and say, "Are you Lakota?" then it would be proper. It would be good. But the Black Hills here, not only did we roam around and throughout the Black Hills, in the Black Hills, then on the outside of the Black Hills, but we also roamed throughout the Northern Plains. All over the Northern Plains. We got stories of our people being way out to the Great Lakes region, all the way down into the Southern Desert region, all the way out to the Teton in that area, as well as way up into Canada, where they say the buffalo was big. The hump was right around 7 to 9 feet high, they say, on some of the animals up there. And then the Black Hills were central to those 4 directions. Our people consider this area a sacred area. Within the exterior of the Black Hills, there's 4 cardinal points that have a sacred place amongst our people. The first one is to the east. We call it Kakanka Tiopa, the buffalo's door. Then there's one some people translated it to be Buffalo Gap. They say the buffalo go through that area during the spring and summer and come back through that same area during the fall and spring. Then our people have another sacred site to the south. It's called Minikata in our language. And it translates out to be hot water. The hot mineral water that comes out of Mother Earth, we say that helps plant life and mankind, animals, and helps Mother Nature to grow. And then on the western side, there's another one. Sacred site to our people where we practice our Sundance, our vision quests, our sweat lodge ceremonies, our different ceremonies amongst our people we practice. We practice it at a place called Matho Tipila. It came across the name, it's still unfamiliar to me. It came across a name, some people call it Devil's Tower. There we practiced our spirituality, like I said. Then on the northern side we have another sacred site. It's called Matho Paha. And we call it Matho Paha. The translation is Bear Butte, which is right near Sturgis. Little ways from there you'll see the butte sticking up and so forth. They say it's in the form of a bear that's asleep. They say one day this bear will wake up. I don't think I want to be around at that time. Probably get up ornery like me, you know. But there they say our people would stop. As the 4 seasons went by the time fall season, winter was just beginning, our people would stop there and give thanks to Creator, for Mother Earth, for taking care of us throughout the whole year that went by. Then by the time we're coming back around to the eastern side, the buffalo are coming back in, so we follow them back into the Black Hills. During the fall and winter, our people exist within the Black Hills. Within the interior of the Black Hills, there is different sacred sites throughout the Black Hills within the interior. One of them is this mountain here. This mountain here, we called it Itacha Shakbe. Six Chiefs was the name of this mountain. And this is what it used to look like on this side before it got carved. Not only do you see Mother Nature's beautiful artwork, the natural carvings that Mother Nature put into it. You see all the men folks here and there, facial features. Along with that, you see the women, the children, the elderly, and so forth. Not just the men. So our people, whenever our people were within the Black Hills during the fall and winter, whenever death came upon them, they would bring their loved one to this mountain here around this area. I would say maybe a 3 to 5 mile radius around this mountain. They would bring them and they would put them up on a scaffold, honor their person, their honor, talk about how they led their life in a good way, helping the children, the handicapped, the elder, and the people. Then from there, on the fourth day, they would bring them down and put them upon Mother Earth, stack rocks on top of them, and let Mother Nature take its course. So this is a sacred burial site to our people. Not only here, but different parts. The next one over, they call it Blackout Peak. We call it Ihan Tipila, the owl's house. Up there, they say the owls used to live around the top of that mountain. And then underneath it, there was different medicines that our people utilized that Mother Nature provided, along with our red willow, tobacco, and things like this. So within the Black Hills, they have found artifacts that date back anywhere from 15 to 20,000 years ago. These artifacts are from the native people. They were spearhead points, arrowheads, knife tips, grinding stones, petroglyphs on the walls in the caves and so forth that the natives have drawn or carved into the rock. So our people existed within the Black Hills for many, many, many generations. There's a lot more stories. And there's one story that I would like to share with you. This is how our people educated our younger generation, our children, through story, song, and dance. Every story has a lesson. Every story has a song. And this is how we orally passed on our traditions and our culture. There's one story that is very, very important, I feel, that we need to know as a people, no matter where we come from, no matter what skin color we have. The story goes like this. Lila lila ihan oyaka. Ohukaka ki hena lechum se umakyaka. A long, long time ago, the old ones told it like this, and this is how they told it to me. They said our people were traveling, following the Tatanka, looking for the buffalo. But for some reason at that time, food was hard to come by. Even the waterways were just about dried up. They found themselves near the Baja Sapa, the Black Hills. They found an area to set their camp, and they started going about setting up their teepees. While they were setting up their teepees, the warriors got together in the center, and they started to talk about it, and decided to go find something to eat for the people. So as they started to get themselves ready, they did their ceremony. They sang on their big drums, and they danced their dances, and they put on their paint, got their bow, their arrow, their weapons, and they left the village. After the warriors left, the rest of the people helped one another to put up the rest of the teepees in this big circle. As they were putting up the teepees, out of one of those teepees, there was a young mother that steps out, looks around in the surrounding area for any sign of the warriors already coming back with something to eat. But there was no sign of the warriors. So she calls out to her children. She says, "Wanakubo, Wanakubo, Uatapitelo. Come back now, we're gonna eat." Sure enough, there was a little boy and a little girl. They come running back to the teepee. She gathers them up by the hand and takes them in and sets them by the fire that burns within. She digs around in her belongings over here, and she pulls out one piece of dry buffalo meat, her last one. She puts it onto a stick and she starts to cook it over the flame. The aroma of this started to circle within inside the teepee. No sooner than it went out through the opening on top, there was a voice from the outside. Is there anybody here? So the young mother puts down what she was doing and she calls to the door. Come on in, she says. The door slowly opens and in steps this lady. Long hair, gray. The buckskin dress she was wearing had holes on it here and there. The moccasins she was wearing looked like she come from a long ways. She told the young mother, I smelled what she was cooking, so I came. If you share just a little piece of that with me, I'll take it back to my people. They need help. So the young mother looks at her children and she looks back at the elderly lady at the door. She breaks off a piece of the dry buffalo meat and she gives it to the elderly lady. She says, Whoa, Pila, 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 Mia. She says, thank you. Thank you very much, she says. Before she leaves the teepee, she tells the young mother, tomorrow morning when the morning star comes up, when the new daylight starts to come, gather all your people together. Take them to the top of the hill to the east. What your people need, what they are looking for, it will be there for them. Then the elderly lady leaves the teepee. So the young mother goes about feeding her children, and when they get done, she gathers them up by the hand and she takes them over to the big lodge. Over there, the elders are sharing words of wisdom and knowledge, talking about where the buffalo might have went to, where the hunting grounds would be. She goes in and she tells them about the woman that came to her teepee and what she said. So they tell her, they said, all right then, tomorrow morning we'll go see what's on the other side. So the young mother brings her children back to their teepee, and this time she brings them in and lays them down on some nice soft buffalo skin. Sure enough, the new day started to come. The morning star comes up, the new day starts to come. She gets excited and she wakes her children up and she gathers them up again and takes them back over to the big lodge. Over there, some of the people are already starting to gather. They heard about what's going to take place. As they gathered and they started to make their way, some of the little children came running around and they were all excited and happy because they were all going somewhere. The elderly, they got their walking sticks and they started to make their way. As they gathered on top of the hill, they said they seen the most beautiful sight they've ever seen before. Facing east, they said they seen a few clouds here and there. The birds were singing their beautiful songs. So far off in this direction, you could see Kathanka, the buffalo. So far in this direction, you could see Mechaka, the elk with big horns. Down the center, you could see a few deer jumping. Hachja. At the bottom of the hill, there was nice, clear spring water was running by. Mini, Wichoni, water of life. Along the stream, there was different types of berries that were growing. Further down the stream, there was natural medicines and vegetables and spices and things like this. The people seen all of this, and they got happy. They start making their way down, and some of the lady folks, they went to the berries right away, and they started to gather the berries. Some of the little children that seen the waterway, boy, they got happy because it was nice and cold. And they started to drink to replenish themselves. Some of the people went along the stream water and they started to gather the medicines and started to gather the vegetables and things like this. The young warriors that stayed behind to help the people, they got their bow and their arrow. They started to go find Kakanka, the elk, the buffalo, the deer. As they were gathering all of this down here on the bottom, on top of the hill, stood the chief, the young mother, and the medicine man. The two men told the young mother, the woman that came to your teepee last night was Mother Nature, Chimaka. She fixed herself up in this form. And when she said, my people, she was talking about all of creation. The grass, the flowers, the trees, the animals, the ones that fly in the sky, the ones that walk on four legs, the ones that swim in the water, all the creepy crawling critters that crawl upon Mother Earth, including mankind, red, yellow, black, and white. These were her people, including the air that we breathe, including the moon, the sun, the stars, the water that flows, that gives life to everything. So all of this was her people. So they said from this day forward, what little Creator has blessed Mother Earth with what Mother Earth has shared with us today, we will gather just a little bit of that, put it into a pouch, dig a little hole upon Mother Earth, give thanks to Creator, give back to Mother Nature, for she takes care of us day after day, year after year, generation after generation. We will do this ceremony when the birds fly back over again, when the little deer are being born with spots on their back. We'll call this Omakapecha, a new year. So since that time, the ceremony has been coming year after year, generation after generation. If you really think about it, Mother Nature takes care of us all the time. Every day, day in, day out. What we got on today? Mother Nature. The nice big RV I got cruising around? Mother Nature. Even those Harley Davidsons we got? Mother Nature. Provides for all. So with every story, there is a lesson. So if you listen really good, there is a lesson in that story for each and every one. Maybe as you're getting close to home and you're getting ready to go back to work, back to school and things like this, you're going to think about it. And you're going to say, oh yeah, you remember that crazy Indian guy up there at Mount Rushmore? Remember what he was telling us? Maybe I know what he means. I have grandchildren, I have little ones that are yet to come upon Mother Earth, the unborn, the little ones that crawl upon Mother Earth, soon to walk. Maybe, just maybe, they deserve a fresh drink of water like I have today. Maybe they deserve a breath of fresh air like I have today. Maybe I need to keep this beauty all the way around just the way it is today. Maybe they deserve to see this same beauty. So maybe I should take it upon myself to try to make it that way. Take care of Mother Nature because she takes care of me. Maybe that's the lesson that Native was telling us up there at Mount Rushmore. Maybe you heard a different lesson, but that's the lesson that I heard. My name is Darrell Red Cloud. I am full-blood Native American. My real name is Wamli Sioux Ahi, Darrell Red Cloud. Thank you all very much. Thank you. You're welcome.